Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got another art supply haul video for you guys. I've been wanting to do another one of these for ages and I have started to order a few art supplies. So here we go. First item that I've got here is a pad of watercolor paper, and it is Saunders brand. I'm not sure what this means, but it says CP Knot, which I think is cold press. But anyways, the grain is kind of a medium texture, and yeah, I can't wait to use it. Now, I've also bought a second pad of watercolor paper. These two are both 100% cotton, by the way, which is awesome. And this one is more of a rough texture. I actually was planning to buy a hot pressed, but I ended up accidentally getting this one instead, but I still like them both. So yeah, they are 9 by 12 size, so pretty large. I think that's a little bit bigger than A4. I'm not sure. Here's a sheet of A4 paper to compare. So yeah, they are a little bit bigger than A4, which is pretty nice actually. So yeah, these are the watercolor pads, and to go with them, I have also bought some of these paintbrushes. Now, I'll zoom in a little bit for you. Apparently they're called squirrel hair dagger brushes, and yeah, these were pretty interesting. They were actually fairly expensive. I've actually got myself a size 0, a size 2 and a size 4. The size 0 here was actually $15.55, and that's Australian money, by the way. I'm not exactly sure how much these would be in American. You'll have to convert that yourself. Use Google. Google's your friend. The size 2 was actually $21.30, and the size 4 is actually $29.30. So these are pretty good quality brushes, I think. Well, at least I hope. Oh, and by the way, these two watercolor pads were both $26 each, Australian. To go with those, I actually got myself a rigger brush. Now, apparently these are to get like smooth lines, and I didn't exactly realize how long this paintbrush is. This is like a lot longer compared to my other brushes, but it's supposed to be pretty good. It's actually made with Kolinsky hairs, so yeah, I've heard that's pretty good. So yeah, let's actually get these out of the packaging to get a closer look. The bristles are actually really long on these, and I kind of like how it's got a very wide chisel kind of end to it, but they're also quite pointy as well. The bristles are fairly stiff because they're new, so I'm going to have to like wash them to get a better feel for them. The number 2 is actually a little bit less stiff, and the bristles are actually pretty nice. I can imagine getting really wide like washes if I need to, but also I could get really thin ones as well. That's what it feels like to me anyways. I actually haven't really researched dagger brushes a whole lot, but yeah, that's what I guess. I'm guessing that's the reason for them. Now I'm just going to give these a bit of a wash to try and unstiffen these. Alright, now that I've washed them, you can see that the bristles are very long, but they're actually really nice as well. I've read that they're a pretty good multi-purpose brush. You could do all sorts of cool techniques with them, so I'm going to have a lot of fun trying that out. And now for this rigger brush, it's kind of hard to see, but it's got some really very long, very thin bristles. And yeah, they're great for doing lines, very, very small details. And yeah, I thought that was a pretty good addition to my collection of paintbrushes. Now the reason I've actually bought these is this. Finally, I have got myself a good quality, artist quality set of watercolors, and I have been researching for so long to find the right watercolor set for me. And finally, I decided on these. To my knowledge, they're called Sennelier or something. I'm not too sure. They are French, so it's a bit hard for me to pronounce. And yeah, they're French watercolor. They're actually honey based, which if I read from the back here, the honey acts not only as a preservative, but also as an additive, bestowing incomparable brilliance and smoothness to the paint. Striving for excellence, Sennelier has revamped its watercolor formula, increasing the amount of honey to reinforce the longevity, radiance, and luminosity of colors, which sounds pretty fancy to me. I'm not exactly 100% sure what all of that means, but it sounds pretty good to me. I'm just going to get these out here and have a look at them. They come in a pretty awesome metal tin, which is actually heavier than I expected. And yeah, I got the 14 set of full pans, so these should be pretty nice. I like that it comes with a little plastic swatch thing here, which actually shows you the colors and like the names and stuff. I thought that was a pretty neat idea. Now with the Sennelier watercolor palette, you actually get a little round brush as well. So this is that one. Round brushes are really great for a whole variety of things. They're the most common brushes, and rightly so, because they're really good. This one is a number 3, I believe. I actually really like that gold writing there that says Sennelier on that. I think that looks pretty fancy. But anyway, that's enough of these. I'm actually going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions video. So if you want to know more about them, I will definitely do that. Now I'm just going to move these out of the frame so that I can show you some more stuff. So next we have these. Now recently it was my birthday and my boyfriend's mother decided to give me some money for my birthday. So of course, what am I going to do with money? I'm going to buy more markers. So I've got myself 7 new markers here. The colors are G94 Greyish Olive, RV69 Peony or Peony, however you pronounce that, BG34 Horizon Green, which is actually a really nice green color. It's like a bluey green color. I really like it. I've also got myself YR16, which is Apricot. I've got another bluey green color here, which is BG15 Aqua. And of course RV04 Shock Pink. I've actually had my eye on this color for a while now. And last but not least, R14 Light Rouge. Now I just want to get some paper here. This isn't fancy Copic paper or anything. This is just regular printer paper. But I wanted to swatch them a little bit just so that I could see what they look like. So this is the Greyish Olive, which is pretty self-explanatory really. This is Light Rouge R14, and I actually really like this color. Now for Shock Pink. Shock Pink is pretty much a very, very bright pink, which is, I don't know, I really like those kinds of colors. Now for BG15 Aqua. It's a little bit darker than the cap, but I actually really like that. It's sort of a tealy kind of color, which I really wanted to get more of. Now for Apricot, it's a very nice orangey color. Horizon Green is a little bit similar to the aqua color, but a bit lighter and a little bit more greener. And I know, I think I'm going to like using those two colors together. And finally, Peony or Peony, which is a really dark reddish violety kind of color, and I really like it. It's a bit similar to Cardinal, but it's a bit more a bit of a cooler kind of shade. And yeah, I really do like that color. It's very nice. Now to go with those markers, I actually bought myself some more Express It blending card. I absolutely love this stuff. This is probably my favorite paper to use. It's A4, 250 GSM, and I got 10 sheets. I usually buy a packet that has a lot more than that. I think 25, I'm not sure. But at this time, I really needed what they had in store, and they didn't have the bigger pack, so I just got this for now. But eventually, I'm going to get myself a bigger pack of, I think, 60. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I love my paper. So fast forward a couple of weeks, and I've actually got some more stuff to show you guys. I didn't want to do the whole thing at once because I don't have a lot of money to spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on lots of art supplies all at once. So I like to spread out my purchases a little bit. So here we have this adorable little Merry Christmas bag. And this is actually the bags that they are using at Eckersley's at the moment because it's seasonal. Come on. It's starting to get towards Christmas now, so yeah. Just gonna turn down that exposure a little bit because that is a little bit too high. There we go. And yeah, spoilers. Actually you can't really see anything. The first thing I have in this bag is another bag. And in here, we have an item which I bought today, actually. And it is some colorless blender for my markers because as I have previously mentioned many times, I have run out of colorless blender for my markers. So I decided to get some more because, let's be honest, this is the stuff that I use the most. I use it in like so many artworks, so yeah, it's great to finally have more of this. Yeah. The next thing we have in my little bag of goodies is some more masking fluid. Now this stuff I actually bought in my last art supply haul video, and I kind of used most of it up. It was about up to here recently. But the thing is, this stuff doesn't have a very long shelf life, so it kind of ended up going a little bit goopy, and you can't really use it if it's goopy. So yeah, I decided to get more. This is actually a different one to before, as you can see. It is actually a yellow tint to it, and basically the reason this has a yellow tint to it, by the way this dries clear, or clear with a yellow tint, is because last time I got the colourless one, and when it dries it's kind of hard to see where you have put it. So I got the yellow tint one so I can see where, I can just see better where I have placed it, so it stands out a little bit more, but it shouldn't put a yellow tint to the artwork though, so that's good. But yeah, this is a Winsor & Newton brand, and yeah, the Various ink was actually $14.50, and I actually don't have the receipt for this, so I can't tell you how much it is, but I'll put a thing on the screen because I will look up after I finish recording this how much it is. So yeah, I can't wait to use this in watercolor, and yeah, I'll just put this up here with that stuff. The next thing I have is actually these. Now these are just some like colourful glitter tape, and I wanted to use them in a video eventually, you know, and a video doing like art with like patterned and glittery tapes with my art though, not art completely with them, just using them as like a little bit of an embellishment, or you know, I thought it would be fun to try out. And yeah, I love the colours of these. It's like a pink and then a very light greeny kind of silvery colour. It's very nice, very sparkly. I love sparkly stuff. And yeah, they will actually go very well with my Christmas themed videos that I have planned for the future. So yeah, how exciting is that? And the next up from this little bag, I have another one of these. It's basically a Signo Uniball white gel pen, and I love to use these for pretty much highlights and fixing up line work, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I absolutely love these gel pens. They work so well. And yeah, my last one ran out completely. It's actually here. This is my last one. And as you can see, it's pretty much empty. Now you can't really get the leftover bits there, but yeah, this one pretty much runs dry. So that's why I bought a new one, because I pretty much can't go without these. But wait, we have one more thing. Now I know I already showed off some paper in this video here, but this is a few weeks later, and the paper that I bought wasn't exactly a huge pack. So I bought this because I actually ran out again, and yeah, I didn't want to run out any time in the future, so yep, I know that was probably very loud. This is a pack of Express blending card. It was the largest pack I could find. It's very hefty. Like, look at this thing. Ugh. It is A4 and 125 sheets. That is a lot. This thing was $60, which sounds expensive, but it's actually not for the value. It's actually very, very good value. It's acid-free, ultra smooth, compatible with inkjet printers, which I absolutely love. Yeah, it's 250 GSM, 125 sheets. This is like, I can't really explain how happy I get over paper as an artist. Like, paper is like one of my favorite things to get, and you probably can understand, I'm guessing, because you're watching this kind of video. But I don't know, I've been wanting to get this pack for so long. Like, look how fat that is. That's going to last me months, hopefully. Yeah, I really love this. But wait, I have more. So the last item I actually have, and by the way, I have to sorry about the echoey audio that's probably happening right now. I don't have a lot of time to do like microphone stuff, so I'm just using the onboard microphone for this part of the video, which is pretty unprofessional of me, but oh well. So yeah, the last item I have for this video here is this beautiful thing that you have probably seen before in a couple of my videos. It was actually a birthday present from my boyfriend Jesse, and it's basically a tabletop easel. It was about $75 from Officeworks, and yeah, this thing is like one of my favorite pieces of equipment for my art, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, it is a tabletop easel, and it actually has a drawer. Now, if I turn this thing around, it actually has a lock right here, which actually unlocks, and if you unscrew these parts here, it lifts up, as you can see. And yeah, you tighten the screws here, and it actually has a screw here which lifts this thing up, which is probably out of frame. And the coolest thing about this thing here is that there's actually another screw here, which means that this can actually extend downwards as well. Just had to angle it a little bit back. But yeah, the cool thing about it is that it angles down, which means you can actually have it sitting at the edge of the table, coming like off the table pretty much. You can't see that right now, but I'll just lift it up. See, look at that. And this thing, with both parts extended, can actually hold some really big canvases or boards. I'm just going to lift this up and move it back so you can sort of see how freaking hefty this, like huge this thing is. Like, look at that. And yeah, you can angle it back if you want to use it for like watercolor and like have bits dripping, or you can angle it really far forward if you want to do like acrylic stuff. And yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I love using it for displaying my artworks, as well as, you know, holding them at the perfect angle to get the good shots of them. And yeah, I actually haven't used it to paint on yet, but I am going to do that in the future, definitely. Now, another cool thing about this is it actually has a handle here. And this is going to blow your mind. Unlock these parts here, and it actually has a drawer. Now, this thing can come out as well, in case you don't want to have the drawer sticking out of the thing. And you can organize your stuff. And yeah, you can have it sitting there while you're painting here, or you can just have it like sort of hanging out of the easel. The brand is J Burrows, I believe. I'm not sure if that's an artist or just a company. I'm not sure. I will have to look it up. But yeah, I really do love this thing. It's very convenient. And yeah, I can't wait to actually use this thing to do some like acrylic paintings or something like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little art supply haul video. I'm sorry I had to do it in multiple parts. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to pick out all the art supplies that I get. I'm kind of addicted to buying art supplies, like come on, you've seen my videos. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Check out my older art supply haul video as well if you haven't seen it. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.